Maxi Yacht Rolex Cup has a 37-year history of putting on one of the best shows in yachting. The 2016 edition was no exception. The week-long regatta was a story of extremes, producing moments of high drama and excitement, as well as elegance and beauty, but always yacht racing of the very highest calibre. As ever, the event drew a world-class fleet of maxi yachts to the iconic Sardinian harbour of Porto, crewed by a who's who of top sailing talent.
I think everybody looks forward to coming to Porto for the Rolex Maxi World. If the weather plays ball, you get the best sailing conditions you'll ever get in your life, and that's what Porto has to offer.
This year, with a record fleet of 52 yachts taking part, the event was always going to be challenging. But it became even more so with the arrival of a ferocious Mistral, which battered the coastline with winds in excess of 40 knots, putting paid to the first day's racing. As the wind abated slightly on day 2, the crews gathered on the dock with a certain amount of trepidation.
A champagne day of sailing, assuming we can get off the dock. We didn't race yesterday because of too much breeze, and today is going to be top end probably because of sea state, but a really good sailable day.
It's going to be, I just hope we don't break anything, that's the key. And the key is to come back in one piece, ready for tomorrow. And the conditions are worse tomorrow, I believe, so it's going to be a tough week.
I think that the dentist will have some job to do this afternoon because there is big waves, so we need to stay like that, otherwise we will lose our teeth.
But once out on the water, the conditions provided some spectacular racing action. 5 of the 7 classes set off on coastal courses, through some of the most spectacular scenery that the Costa Smeralda is so famous for. In the Supermaxes, the 2 new state-of-the-art performance cruising yachts, Win-Win and Nikata, were showing their class. And in the Wallis, open season was looking unstoppable, with back-to-back wins in the opening 2 races. The Maxi 72s compete for their own World Championship at this event, and their regatta started with 2 tough windward-lured races. As the thoroughbred racers of the fleet, the 6-strong class is fiercely competitive, and all eyes were on the battle between Robertissima 3, last year's runner-up, and the world champions Bellamente from the USA. And it was the Americans who drew first blood. But with Momo in the mix too, it was clear from the start that this was going to be an exciting title fight. For the principal race officer, Peter Craig, the threatening Mistral continued to be disruptive, and when wind speeds lifted once again, he was left with no option other than to cancel racing again on day 3. If the conditions in the first half of the regatta were wild, by comparison the second half was a much tamer affair. The disruptive Mistral abated to leave more manageable moderate breezes, providing some stellar sailing conditions off the beautiful Emerald coast as the event drew to a spectacular conclusion. Open season continued her superb form to win the Wally class under the masterful guidance of Jochen Schumann. The all-new Javier Jordanes designed Win-Win lived up to its name in the Super Maxi class. And the tussle between Leopard 3 and Rambler in the Maxi class finally went in favour of Mike Slade's British yacht, as Leopard edged the finely fought duel. Elsewhere, Maisong, Atalanta 2 and Molinho also enjoyed class success, leaving just the Maxi 72s to decide their World Championship regatta. Going into the final day, the class favourites Bellamente held a 4-point lead over second place Momo, with Robertissima 3 lying just half a point behind. With 2 races still remaining, once again the title race came down to the wire.
We know we can do it, we've been in this position before, and we've just got to go out and just have a very solid day, so fingers crossed.
More than watching the other, we need to go sailing properly, nicely. We want to come back with a nice smile because we did a fantastic job in the water, and today we go for fighting again, for sure.
Well, let's see what the outcome will be. But we are fighting till the end, and then we see what's happening.
As they lined up for the first race, Hatfaus Bellamente were looking cool, calm and collected. Despite an early lead by Jetu, Bellamente put on a masterclass of windward-lured fleet racing, snatching the lead on the final leg to cross the line first and retain their Rolex Maxi 72 World Championship title with 1 race still in hand.
It's a great day today. It's been a really good week for us. We just sailed within ourselves, didn't ever try to do too much or stuff that was out of our bounds of capability. So we're delighted. You know, kept it nice and even all week.
After a fantastic and at times challenging week of racing, the class winner's success was rewarded at the prize-giving ceremony. A fitting end to another memorable Maxi Yacht Rolex Cup.